It just so happens that more people watch our videos without a subscription than with it. Let's fix it. Subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you won't miss anything interesting about the Star Wars universe, and we will be very pleased by this. Your subscription is the best support for us. Thank you all in advance. Recently, Disney and Lucasfilm have been talking too often about their new films based on the Star Wars universe. Funny. At first, they disowned them after the failure of Han Solo that led them to produce a number of TV series, but about a year ago, they started actively working on big movies again to return to the big screens. We know that Lucasfilm is currently working on 3 films at once: The New Jedi Order with Rey, The Mandalorian finale by Dave Filoni, and Dawn of the Jedi by James Mangold. However, there is another film that the company has been working on for quite a long time, but it is shrouded in mystery. The news about it is very strange. When planning this video, I didn't even understand what exactly I was going to tell you, but somehow I tried to collect all the available information and somehow structure it so that at the end you would get a rough idea of this incomprehensible Star Wars movie. I'll tell you everything you need and then we can go home. So let's start from the beginning. Around the middle of 2022, authoritative insiders found out that the famous director Taika Waititi, who made the 3rd and 4th Thor movies as well as a number of other original projects, was working on a new Star Wars film. At first, this information did not receive much publicity, but over time, Waititi began to be bombarded with questions about his project, and after some time, he confirmed that he was really going to shoot something based on our beloved universe. Later, this was also confirmed by the president of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, but she did not announce anything more than a simple confirmation, no details. As I understand it, Disney and Lucasfilm wanted to repeat the financial success of Thor and entrusted Waititi with some kind of project, but so far no one understands what it will be about at all. By the way, Taika has already worked on Star Wars before. He shot the final episode of the 1st season of The Mandalorian. And then it started. At first, insiders said that Lucasfilm was going to release the film from Waititi as early as 2023, and filming was supposed to begin in January almost a year ago. But then they also denied this news, citing the fact that the company could not decide on the concept of the film. Then rumors began to appear that the project was completely frozen, but Waititi himself had already denied this information, and then Lucasfilm denied it as well. Even later, it became known that the film would not be released in 2023, and Waititi would be able to take it on in the best case in a year or 2 after, when he finished the projects he had already undertaken. He also says that he continues to write the script for the Star Wars film and has rewritten certain moments several times already. The director even joked that he would probably never finish writing this unfortunate script. In short, we realize that this film is generally unclear when it will be released, but what will it even be about? Waititi answered this question by saying that he was not going to use famous characters like Luke or Obi-Wan in his project. He wanted to show us something new and unknown, and at the same time not to be constrained by the framework of lore. It sounds strange. And just recently, the director again commented on the current state of his project. He stated that he wants to give fans a movie in the style of the original trilogy to completely repeat its atmosphere. And at the same time, Waititi promises that his project will delight fans. Apparently, Taika Waititi wants to become a kind of George Lucas and give us new Star Wars as if they were coming out for the first time, like in the 70s. Quite a strong statement. But you know, among all this tirade of news, there are some not entirely pleasant ones. For example, people immediately began to doubt the quality of his film because he clearly failed with his 4th Thor for Marvel. Perhaps you will say that the film did not come out so bad. However, compared to the previous ones, the story itself degraded significantly because Waititi decided to adhere to the so-called corporate identity all of a sudden. By this, I mean an addition of a huge amount of strange and sometimes inappropriate humor, very cringe. When you make your own original movie, do what you want, but you still need to follow certain rules when working on famous fictional universes. Therefore, I understand the fears of the fans. I'm afraid of exactly the same thing. But Waititi responded to these very concerns. My Star Wars film will be shot in the same corporate style as all my recent films, stated the director with a smile on his face. In other words, the probability of another failure is extremely high. Therefore, I am very skeptical about this film, and I hope that Lucasfilm will somehow control this moment. Although, as practice shows, they themselves sometimes do not understand what is good and what is bad. As I said earlier, the release date of the film is unknown, as well as the date of the start of shooting. Nevertheless, the picture is in development and will definitely be released someday, well, or it will be cancelled, like several other Star Wars projects. I want you to write in the comments your thoughts about this incomprehensible film from Taika Waititi. It's really interesting to know how you feel, positively or negatively. Well, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and support the video with a like. I do not ask more from you. Thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.